Hello, crypto boys and ghouls, and welcome back to the channel, Tales from the Cryptmancer, where we feature content on play and earn games on the blockchain, such as Splinterlands. And in today's video, I wanted to talk about a quick topic around land, specifically discussing the land worker costs and savings from soulbound reward cards. And I think this is going to be an interesting topic probably to start the new year. My feeling is, again, I don't have any information, but my feeling is that soulbound reward cards for land probably should be unlockable here sometime in Q1 of this year, coming up in 2024 would be my guess, just because this has been on the radar for some time. If you recall, there was a proposal from back in July of 2023, July 3rd to be exact, that passed. That was a DEC burn for soulbound reward cards to be used on land. So this was, I don't know, about almost 6 months ago now that this proposal passed. And if you look at the details here, the details for this proposal basically spell out the cost in DEC and or vouchers from a burn perspective to make soulbound reward cards usable on land. Well, the good news is we have land 1.5 out. We have cards staked on land right now. So this seems to be a logical next step to implement here in the near future for the Splinterlands team. And what I've done here is I've gone through and I've done some initial analysis for myself personally, looking at my account and trying to understand what might be a realistic cost and savings calculation that we could use as just some generic baseline. Now, again, my particular scenario is going to be different than everyone else's. No one scenario is going to be exactly the same, but I will share with you my data. I would suggest if you're a land owner and you have soulbound reward cards, to maybe do an inventory of your soulbound reward cards and figure out your strategy for this moving forward. Now, for me specifically, I have a champion level deck in ranked battles, and basically I am going to be allocating any gold foil soulbound reward card that is over 1,000 production points, and I'll be likely moving it, unlocking it with burning DEC and vouchers, and moving it to my land. And I went through using this data here as far as the unlock cost for the burning of DEC and vouchers here, and I've gone through my personal cards that I've been able to acquire from a soulbound reward card perspective that are gold foil. And I've done all the math and the calculations for you, and I can give you some of what that data looks like for me specifically. Now, when I did the data, basically I could unlock from gold foil soulbound reward cards an additional 157,716 production points from those soulbound reward cards. Now, the cost for me to unlock those cards would be 655,625 DEC, as well as 3,750 vouchers. Now, to unlock that PP, that's the DEC and voucher cost just for the soulbound reward cards. I would still need to pay the staked DEC cost to then move those cards onto land, unless I already had cards on land that I had staked DEC and I was just replacing and upgrading those cards. So keep that in mind as well. Now, when I did the math here, which was interesting, this number right here, 2,684,563 DEC. This is the cost in DEC for me to buy on the market using current list prices 157,716 PP. Basically what I did is I took the low price for market prices for gold foil commons, rares, epics, and legendaries, and translated that 1-to-1 off the cards that I would be moving from soulbound onto land. And again, looking at the price, 655,000 is obviously much less than 2.684 million. So that leads, the question is, what is the savings that we would be seeing from a DEC perspective? What I did is I have nodes, so vouchers don't cost me anything. I have staked SPS, vouchers don't cost me anything. So I just did the quick math, just DEC to DEC comparison. And the savings here was interesting. So first off, the increase for me on land, that 157,000 production points, if I were to move that onto my land, would increase my land production points. If I just replaced cards on land with those soulbound reward cards, would move my land production up by 12.47%. And that's across 202 plots. So that's a significant increase in production points for my land, definitely making my land more efficient. And again, the cost of that here for that 12.47% increase in production points would be 655,000 DEC and 3,750 vouchers. Now, if I move those soulbound reward cards onto land at this cost, the cost savings I would actually realize versus buying those card upgrades on the market is pretty substantial. The savings is a little over 75% savings from the current list market prices. Again, that doesn't account for the vouchers. I'm not counting that into my particular equation because the vouchers that I get would cover that over time. But again, if I'm able to increase my land production by 12.47% with soulbound reward cards, and I can get it at almost a 76% discount from the list market price, then absolutely I'm going to look to soulbound reward cards as an option for me to move to land here over time. And I just wanted to share some of this data with you because I thought it was very interesting. Again, if you're a landowner, if you've been farming soulbound reward cards and you're going to use your regular foil soulbound reward cards for your ranked battles, well, then moving your gold foil soulbound reward cards to land makes a lot of sense in many cases for many landowners. So again, here are some numbers that you can use as maybe a baseline for what your decisions might be around soulbound reward cards for land. Or since the Land 2.0 Secrets of Praetoria white paper was revealed, and that even if you're not a landowner, the ability to invest in the ancient runes here, you don't need to be a landowner to participate in the Secret of Praetoria here for Land 2.0. You could take those soulbound reward cards, unlock them for land, and throw those on ancient runes and start earning the benefits from the ancient runes here for Secrets of Praetoria as well. So definitely interesting there. You'd obviously have to have max gold foils to use them for this purpose, but certainly an option even if you're not a land holder. So I hope this information is interesting for you. Again, substantial production points can be unlocked for land from soulbound reward cards at a significant savings versus the list market prices, specifically for gold foils. And if card prices start to climb here in the near future with rising SPS prices, card burning events, and other market factors, then the savings could be even more substantial because obviously DEC as a stable coin from a burn perspective is at a fixed cost, so those costs will not go up. So the other thing I'll just leave you with here as part of this analysis, these costs to unlock soulbound reward cards, whether it's in DEC, DECB, and or vouchers, all of these are burns. So this is for me specifically in my particular case, I would be burning 655,625 DEC from existence or DECB from existence to unlock these cards, as well as 3,750 vouchers. If a lot of other players do the same thing at the same time, well, that could be an interesting effect there on the demand for DEC and thus the burning of SPS potentially in that time frame, as well as the reduction of voucher supply at that particular moment in time when this goes live. So could be some interesting effects there in the economy coming up as well that you may want to be aware of. So again, I hope this information has been beneficial for you. I hope everyone has a safe and very happy New Year's celebration here coming up over the next 24 hours. And until next time, keep stacking those stats.